my agent has been on me heavy lately about doing a podcast, and I want to, but it's like, I mean, I kind of already do. I do radio already, and it's kind of like, all right, we talk about so many things on there. Like I have to find an angle to come through when I do a podcast, and a guest is really important. Guests, having a guest, even when we do radio, like I love when we have a guest, which is not too often, but when we do, it's always fun because I like to ask questions that, are not the typical everyday questions. When we do radio interviews or any type of interview, they always ask the same shit. What made you want to get into comedy?
Mm-hmm.
How long you been doing it? The stuff that you get tired of asking, and then the conversation will lead to Kevin. How long you been working with him? So I like when people ask me different things. And so when I interview someone, I always look for that shit that nobody's like. I ask people like, how old were you when you lost your virginity? And then tell me about that experience.
19.
Oh, you were 19?
Mm-hmm. I was a late bloomer. I fingered a lot of girls. I just didn't whip my dick out.
I was 16, and I could have lost it when I was 13, but I was fucking scared.
Same. I could have lost it in 8th grade.
Yeah, I was 8th grade.
A bunch of dudes taking turns on a girl.
Oh, okay.
She was just in the bed like, who's next? And I was like, what the fuck? You going to the trailer park, shit pops off early. I remember the girl, we had this old rundown house in front of the trailer park.
A house in front of the trailer park?
Yeah. Because, the trailer park, but there was houses in front of the trailer park.
Right.
It's all rundown. They should have been in the trailer park. The house on the inside looked like a trailer. There was trailers nicer than that on the inside.
Uh-huh.
And I just remember this one dude was from a different school, couple years older, smooth talking dude too. He's probably in jail, I'm guessing. And he got one of the girls from the trailer park to I couldn't believe it was happening.
You knew the girl?
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm. We walked together to the house and then we walked back, right? And then
the day that they ran the train, you walked.
It wasn't a train. Everybody just took turns. Next.
That's a train.
Well, a train is like two dudes fucking a girl at the same time.
No. A train is one one car after the next. It's like you go then.
What's two guys on a girl? Menage a trois.
Gangbang.
Gangbang. Sorry about that. I learned a lot today. It was a train. Yeah. Well, sorry. My car got disconnected.
It's only a menage a trois when it's two women.
Right, two women.
And two guys is a gangbang, and then one woman with this just guy after guy. It's a train.
Okay. Mm-hmm. So
I don't participate in any of that shit because that's going to come back one day.
Somebody's
going to go to jail over that shit one day.
You never want two dicks in the room.
Exactly.
That's my thing.
Exactly.
Even back then, I knew better.
Yeah.
So the train's happening.
Mm-hmm.
I just couldn't believe it.
Were you supposed to be the caboose? You
was
supposed to go last?
I don't know how I got out of it because there's peer pressure, man. When they're like, "Yo," there was only like 3 of us.
Okay.
There was 4 guys. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was 4 guys and then her. And I remember I was like in 8th grade. I was in awe that it was happening. I was like, and hold on, it wasn't like there was anything like, there was no panting, there was no moaning. The dude literally was just pumping away, talking like, so you smoke Marlboro Red? Or which one? Like they're still talking about cigarettes and, hey, Metallica.
To the girl or to each other?
To each other. Like the guy's talking to the girl like, yeah, you heard Metallica's new album? Yeah, man. Fucking Enter Sandman's crazy. And she just answered. I'm like, and then he got done. Then the next guy went in and I go, what the fuck is that? And then they go, hey, Gary. I was like, I gotta go. I gotta be home for dinner or something. And then I remember she was like, yeah, I gotta go too. I was like, all right. And then we just walked back. Like nothing happened. I was like, and looking back, I go, you literally just had 3 dicks on you. But it was like a dirty bed. It wasn't made. There was like clothes in the corner. It was a disgusting house.
When you lose your virginity, it kind of got to be planned. You can't just like be out and like, oh shit, it's pussy time. Like you can't.
Losing your virginity?
Yeah.
You want to explain yours? I'll explain mine.
Oh yeah, with mine.
16, right?
I was 16. And I actually had an opportunity from 13 to 16 at once a year, but I just couldn't.
Christmas?
It was I was just like, it was with girls I knew were experienced. And in my younger years, all the way till I start doing stand-up, I was like afraid of getting like a bad rap about anything. Like I used to call them a BDR, a bad dick report. You know, so I never
about
want
that?
somebody to say like, oh, he didn't know what he was doing, because I just couldn't handle embarrassment at that age. So, but when I was 16, at this time, I'm like, man, the next piece of pussy that come out, you humping everything by that time, you ain't had none. So I'm like, all right, I'm at the park playing ball, and I see this girl, she had a nice 15-year-old body, for me at my age looking at it, not now. Got to be specify that shit. And I asked my boy, I said, who that? He's like, oh, that's such and such. Blase blah hit that. And I was like, for real? I just went and started talking to her, and I got a number, and the next day she was over my house. And I didn't masturbate. I still don't. But I had never. Why
not, dude?
I need a stranger. I had never busted a nut while being awake before. I had wet dreams, but I had never busted a nut while being awake. So when we got into it, I came on myself, and I didn't even know that could fucking happen. So I'm like, oh shit, I'm about to not get pussy again. So I didn't know how long it take to get back up. I'm just panicking, whatever.
How old are you, 16?
I was 16.
2 minutes at 16.
It probably took maybe like 15 minutes, but it seemed like forever because I was wanting to get up again so bad. And then we did it. She enjoyed it.
Didn't give you a BDR?
Nope. Well, nah, she never said anything. I don't know what the fuck she said.
Did she re-show up at the basketball courts?
I saw her again in school, but we only had sex that one time. And the crazy thing about it was after I busted a nut, I just felt like I just wanted her to leave.
Oh, we've all been there, brother.
Yo, so we had two house phones in my house, right? So I went downstairs and called the phone upstairs and ran upstairs and answered it. And I was like, oh, you on your way home now? Act like it was my mom. I was like,
it was just me.
I was like,
I think emotionally you're not ready as a teenager. Most guys.
She had to go. I was like, my mom was on her way home, so,
That's crazy. I thought it was just me. The first couple times, I'm just like, I just wanted them to be gone.
Yeah.
Like, I want to be by myself. I'm completely not interested in you anymore.
Yeah.
I thought it was just me. I thought sex was overrated because it was the first 3-4 times. I was like this, dude, how are people married?
Right.
Because as soon as I nut, I am done. I told one girl I had a dentist appointment, and it was like 3:30 in the morning. I was like this. I got a dentist appointment. She's like this. What? I go, yeah, it's 6 a.m., so I got to get going to the dentist. I think she knew.
But that feeling right after, I mean, it kind of sticks with you. It's not just it sticks with you through life. It's just that when you in a relationship with somebody, you're just like, you can stay. Yeah.
Isn't that weird? Do you remember the first girl that you was like, yo, I want you to stay?
It was probably the first real girlfriend that I had. Like, I had girlfriends, but the first one where, it was like, yo, I'm now having sex often. And that wasn't until I was like 21. That was the first. I had a couple girls in college, but the first real girlfriend, and that's when I got that feeling. And then I remember later, a few years later, when I was single, where I was trying to do my thing, and then I had a girl that I thought I would want to be going after, and then she just was so cool. Those are the best when they catch you off guard. Like, you know what? I kind of like this motherfucker.
Yeah. Well, you're 16 years old, nutted on yourself, ready for her to leave, go downstairs, make a phone call.
Right.
Let me see. I was 19, and I was in the Navy. And the guy I was in the barracks with, he had a girlfriend, and she always had a friend over. And the friend clearly liked me. And I was a virgin, so I was acting like I wasn't interested, but I was more, like you said, worried that a BDR and fuck, I didn't
just
know.
Not know
I didn't know anything. I know I'm sticking in the right hole. Right. I was worried about that. Like, fuck. And then everybody was drinking. I got set up. We're all in the barracks drinking. They left, my roommate and then me and the girl started to mess around. And I'll never forget, I wasn't using protection, anything. I didn't even know. I was like, oh, fuck, my dick is in her pussy. Like, wow.
Right.
It was so fast, Naeem. I was like this. like my face, and she goes, "Are you coming?" I go, "Yeah." And I started to pull out, and she goes, "Already?" And I went, "Get out." Like I nutted all over and was like, "Get out." And then she was knocking on the door, my barracks door, and I'm not answering. And then she was like, "I'm sorry. I'm sorry."
Right.
I was like, "Would you stop fucking saying you're sorry? Just please. Why did this girl, she ended up dating? When you brought girls back to the barracks in DC, it was like wild. It was like wild lions on a wildebeest. Just
I can imagine.
So
Yeah.
all these teenagers, boys that are all 6'1", all in good shape, 6'1" or above, just big husky dudes. They saw her in the hallway. One of them snatched her up. They were dating.
While she was knocking on the door?
Yeah. What's up? What's going on? All of a sudden, she was dating the guy. I was like, wow, she moved quick.
Right.
Moved on. But she would always, every time I'd see her, because my roommate was still dating her friend, so I'd still see her around, and then she'd always apologize. She never gave me BDR. I give her that. She just went, sorry, I didn't mean to hurt your feelings.
Oh, so she was apologizing for saying already.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But she had every right.
Yeah.
But I didn't want to be like, this is my first time.
That, you know what? The person I lost my virginity to, she doesn't know that till this day, she does not know that she took my virginity.
Oh, you want to give her a shout out? No? Hey, Cheryl!
She has no idea, and your girl doesn't know either.
No, but I'm sure she's got 8 kids. She got around them buried. I didn't realize the girls had a name, because I was in the honor guard in DC.